Alright, welcome to part 10 of my MT-07 turbo build. I gotta say, on this next bit, I completely flamingoed up. After a few late nights of spraying my back wheel and getting it clear coated and smoothing it all down and getting it looking nice, I might have stayed up a bit too late and was a bit tired. And I put my brand new disc on the wrong way around and torqued the bolts up. And these are torqued to yield bolts, which means all the bolts were fucked. So I had to order a new set of bolts. Now, it's not so bad. It didn't really hold me up too much because this was actually filmed a couple of days before I started trying to get my back wheel in. But still a pretty dumbass thing to do. I can laugh about it. Funny, but dumbassy. It didn't damage the disc in any way. Just the bolts were ruined. Now, onto my rear sets. Now, as you'll see, these are not the OEM rear sets. Mine got a bit damaged when I got T-boned by a car at a junction, and it buggered my rear set up on one side, and it also bent the bracket that it sits on. Now, I got a new bracket from a breaker's yard for, I think it was a tenner. I think didn't cost me that much. But I couldn't afford a set of OEM rear sets, so I got these Chinese ones instead. They're not bad, and I did want my pegs a little bit lower and further back because I'm 6 foot, and this bike was always a little bit small for me, so I thought the adjustability would help. This time when I put them on, I've actually adjusted the pegs all the way back. Last time I rode it, I thought I was going to try it at some point, and I figured this is probably a good time to do it. I don't actually know the proper torques for these bolts. I would assume that they're the same as the OEM ones, but I'm just going to Loctite them on and do them up tightish. So when I go for a ride around the block once the bike's built, I can test it out, see if they are actually in a good place, because you have to take them all back off anyway if they're wrong. So I'll figure it out later. I only need them to be secure for the shakedown. Like, I'll either come back and decide, or it'll blow up and I'll push it back and probably won't care. No, positive. We're being positive. It's gonna work. I've got faith. I've never rebuilt an engine before, but it's gonna work. So on the back end, the only real difference from OEM is my axle adjusters. I've just got bobbin holes in them, and the adjusters are like they have a three-way thumb nut on them, which is actually quite good when you're adjusting how far your wheel's back, because you can kind of, if you end up with one of the thumb adjustments pointing upwards, you can turn it a third at a time and just always have them pointing up, and then you can evenly do it on each side. So that works out quite good. It's nice being able to stick your bike on the bobbins as well, save having to pick it up on the actual swing arm. It is just the end cap of the axle adjuster that's different though. The internals remain OEM. I've also got a Super Sprox. Is it a Super Sprox or a Super Sprocket on my back? I've seen a few people on the internet saying that they've had problems with them fitting on their bike, but maybe it's a bike specific thing, because I've had a few of these and I've never had a problem with it, but that doesn't mean the problem doesn't exist with Super Sprockets, just I've never had it. But the only reason I've got it is just because it's anodised red, and I wanted it to fit with the rest of my anodised red bits. So yeah, it's not. I didn't get them because I thought, oh, these sprockets are better than any other sprockets. I run a DID chain. I do actually think that they make the best chains, but other than the fact that I like them the best, I've got no reason to like them the best. So I'm going to roughly adjust my back wheel and get the chain kind of right. I'll get it straight, but I won't check the chain tension, because on an MT-07 you have to do the chain tension while it's on its side stand. If you do it with the back wheel off the ground, your chain tension will be wrong and it will get tight when you ride it. I don't know whether that's the same with any other bike, as I've generally only ever worked on my MT-07 and other people's MT-07s, and Tom's R125. Alright, Tom. But I've never read the manual for it, so I don't really know what the procedure is for it. So if that sounds strange to you, you might want to double check your manual just in case. You never know. Always worth a double check to see if you can learn something. I did think at this point, like after I'd painted my swing arm, that maybe I should have coloured the measurement markers in white or like light grey or something, but they're dark, but you can still see them. I didn't do too bad a job. I did actually paint the torque measurement for the rear axle nut on my swing arm by the bolt. I don't know why. I could have looked it up, but at least I'll know what it is forever now.
What is this? Nothing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I saw it on my car.
So I'm being a bit cautious and checking the other side of this as I'm doing it up, because I haven't got my rear brake on. So I've got the brake carrier in there, so it's sliding down the swing arm. But normally you'd have the brake there, so that's what I'm used to seeing. There's nothing to really align it, so just kind of checking and being careful. I have to get the Big Daddy torque wrench out for this one. So the side stand bolts need Loctiting, so same as always, I'll put one bolt in, put the other bolt in with Loctite, drive it all the way in, do it up in one go to the correct torque, then back the other one out, Loctite it and do it all the way up, do it to the correct torque in one go, so the Loctite doesn't go off and you get a correct torque reading, or the best possible torque reading you can get, should I say. And again, with these bolts, Yamaha, the OEM ones I took out were absolutely smothered in Loctite, so that's what I did. I completely covered the bolt in Loctite.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, someone to kind of enjoy the experience with. Yeah. I was talking about this a couple of weeks ago, because I have got faster than me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a motorcycle instructor by any means, so, you know, we know that, mate.
Ah, they're the clicks of success. or coming to the success.
Looking inside the bike, looks like the spark plug is just exposed. I can show you. Maybe you can't see. Well, you'd have thought it would be fairly simple and straightforward. Right, there's a couple of traffic clips I need to see as well. 1, 2.
Oh, no problem with using your feet to hold a spanner. They're not as good as your hands. They are nearly as good as your mum at doing it though. Right, every time my dad got mum to do anything, click, click. Okay, I'll try and do this without scratching my newly painted shit. Oh, bazinga. Oh, oh, that's nice action, that is. One job that seems to have actually gone right.
There we go.
Ish. Seems a little bit tight.
Sorry for the shit angle here. I'm just doing up the side stand switch. It says 4 Newton meters. It actually says 3.8 in the manual, but when I made my little torque setting bit, I didn't think about doing decimal points. I never thought one would be so small. Then the last little job is get the chain guard on and run the side stand switch down the inside of it. And that's it. You might notice that my gears are switched backwards, so I have 1 up and 5 down. The only reason I do this is because motorbike gears are backwards. I don't understand why they've done that the actual way around. Like, this seems more natural. Like, when I first started riding a bike, I thought they were backwards, and then I found out you could swap it round easily. So I put in what they call race shift pattern, but that to me makes more sense. It's like the normal pattern in my head. And there we have it. It's got 2 wheels now. One could actually say it's a motorbike again. But that gets me in a place where I can get it off the stands, reposition it, have a bit of a clean up, find all of my tools, especially my 10mm, have a brew. Anyway, there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm getting there. I have no idea what I'm doing next. I need to have a bit of a think and try and work shit out. Take it easy. I'll catch you in a bit.